And here we are again. Dave Lamont, Tom Carter, Craig Elliott, and of course right over there, Brian Kane handling all of the technical issues. We are just a couple of minutes away from the Dave Small ceremonial first ball, but also a couple of moments away from starting our five-man stepladder. And Tom made an interesting comment as you came over here about the kind of power and rev rate most everybody has on the show.
There is a ton of revs on the show, and there's actually a lot of power. We just have one player that might not throw it quite as hard as the rest, but our first match, there's no shortage of power in that first match with Dino and Tom Daugherty.
And Craig, that's a rematch of with 5 games in the round of 8, and Dino got the golden ticket when he was the highest seeded player knocked out. Now, the one thing that's been he's getting booed right now for not throwing his strike.
As he should.
Yes. Listen, I would have done it too had I been watching. And then Tom Daugherty balked. So they are playing with the audience right here. So you got 2 good buddies. They're going to be loose now. They'll get serious later. But one thing I think you got to worry about with Dino, the spare game was a little erratic today.
It was very suspect. He missed a couple single pins, and it cost him. And, hey, he's on the show, but kind of by default. But, hey, you're there. Take advantage of it. He's looking for that second title, and he'll take it.
Pete Weber earned the number 3 position by defeating Chris Barnes in a Hall of Fame matchup. I'm curious about Rolando Sebelén. This is a man who in 2018 was the PBA50 Rookie of the Year, but doesn't have a banner in this building yet, Tom. He's a very good bowler.
He's a great bowler. He's got a lot of power, a lot of speed. He barely won his match best of 5. It went 5, clear to the 10th frame. I think nerves are going to play a big factor in him because he tends to get slower and slower the closer to the 10th frame comes. So it'll be interesting for him because then they got to go on and meet a guy that we've seen every week last year on the show.
It sure seems like it. John Janowitz is in the number 1 position for the second time this year. The first time was the Bud Moore, and he got run over by Tom Hess, who bowled at 298. We may very well be looking at yet another first-time winner in 2025.
It's possible. We've got Tom Daugherty looking for his second title, but let's not forget about that guy PDW.
I've heard of him
as well. So he won his 100th title in Dave Small Center, looking to win Dave's 100th event here. It'd be a special event for both those players. Dave and Pete have a great relationship. But I want to go back a little bit. Rolando, we talked about Dino's spares. Rolando as well, pretty fortunate to still be here. Went 5 with around here, and he missed the 9-pin a couple times.
Both sides, Tom.
Missed it right. Yeah, it was interesting. He made it very difficult on himself. But he's here and has a chance.
Well, he's here. I think he got here. He made a critical ball change. His ball was hooking up way too soon. We went down and had a discussion with him, changed balls to something to get down the lane a little bit cleaner, and it allowed him to get to the stepladder.
And Tony Lining doing the introductions of our 2 players right now. So we'll go ahead and go to the lanes, and I do believe Dave Small will be joining us in just a moment. And we're hoping to have Amleto Monacelli come by here also. This is, after all, the Monacelli 40-foot pattern. So if he's able to join us, he will. And Dave's getting ready. Tom Daugherty just throwing a couple of shots here, as you see, getting the last important practice shots in. And these guys can both crank it, as you both know, as everybody knows who's watched these fellows before. Dino with 1 PBA 50 title. That was the USBC Senior Masters 3 years ago. And who's the reigning USBC Senior Masters champ? Tom Daugherty.
Well, I think the key to this pattern is exactly what these guys are doing on the show. They have speed and power. And, not taking anything away from Pete, because Pete's got one of those soft hands. He knows how to float the ball down the lane. But for the majority of the guys, especially the ones that got checks, they could amp it up a little bit. The guys with slower speed, it was just tough to keep the ball to the right side of the pocket. And by the way, this is still the pattern I hate the most.
Well, Don't complain to the guy who's going to be coming in here in a few minutes, I think, because he's not that fond of it either. At least not by tradition, although he did bowl on it in Columbus, as we know, on the championship show. So these 2, Dino had the advantage on Tom after 3 games, but Daugherty was able to get hot at the end. Dino lost his look in game 4, and it was Tom on top.
Well, it's kind of funny because Dino never did throw urethane. He always threw reactive. He had a new theorem solid he threw, and it looked great, but he's got the speed and the revs to get it down the lane. And Tom, doing what he does, he was throwing urethane. And we have a new guest stepping into the booth.
Oh, hey, there he is. Oh, and he's got his cool shirt on, too.
Yeah.
The one-of-a-kind shirt.
He looks a lot younger on that picture than
my pattern.
Grab a headset, Amleto, and we'll get you set up. Here's Dave Small's ceremonial first ball. No way.
Oh!
That was designed exactly the way it should be.
All right, Tom, did he stretch the pattern? I need to know right now.
Yeah, he stretched it right to the gutter.
All right, is he going to get the strike spare ball? Now he's probably going to.
He's going to try this one more time.
Hey, it's his center. If he wants to take 50 shots, who's going to stop him?
Too far left again.
Is he too far left?
I think so. That's better.
There it is, the old gutter spare.
Spin to win.
Did you hit that ball at all? Was there any surface, Tom?
No, it looks like they shined the living daylights out of that thing.
All right. Tom Daugherty is the higher seed, the number 4 position. Dino will start the match on the left-hand lane, 53 and 54. This pair only being used for the stepladder final.
For every match.
Yeah, every one of our stepladder final. We're only at the 40% mark. We have 3 more to hand out before we pack it up here in Jackson. So here we go. No trip on the 6. The 40-foot pattern, of course, named after our guest, Amleto Monacelli. What's your advice for people to try to play this? Are we asking the right person?
I can tell you that this year is a lot easier than last year, but still tough, especially in the beginning of the pattern is when most of the people suffer the most. Eventually, when they start, the transition is getting a little better, softer. But still, like you can miss a little left goes with that.
The first 2 games on this pattern, the back ends are so crisp, the ball just wants to jump off the pattern, and you're trying to get it to the right. And then if you don't have the right ball in your hand, you force it to the right, then it doesn't make it. Mm-hmm. You cut it a little short, it goes dead left or through the face. And if you can survive the first 2 games, you got a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the hard part is surviving the first 2 games. Yep. That's where some of the speed comes in.
So you guys think that we might start off with low scoring and then it heats up as the matches go on?
Very possible.
It all depends on people's game. But for me, in the first game, I shot 168 and then 180. That's my first game.
Yeah.
So
I feel your pain. I think I was 156, 189.
Something else is missing from this show as Tom converts the spare. Guys that we had in the first pattern, the Ballard pattern, was raining left-handers. In this pattern, there was not a single penny paid to a left-hander. They got shut out completely. Why do you think that was?
I have no idea. I'm just guessing it's just the friction of the lanes here is very high. And if they use urethane and they don't have enough backing like they did in the other one because it was shorter, and then when they use reactive, they have the same situation we have. But we have to remember that the left-hander, they don't confront the transition that we do. So we have a lot more experience, and they don't have to most of the time.
Yeah, I agree with what Ameleto's saying. A lot of them try to use urethane just like they did on the other pattern, and they didn't have the friction to the left like they did, and the ball just didn't want to make the turn. And again, they'd grab a reactive ball. Then they had the same look that we had. It would just want a duck hook on the back end. So the left side, I think, is used to a more smoother transition when the ball moves. And they didn't either see no transition or it just went sideways.
Absolutely.
Going right at it. Tom Daugherty stays clean in the first 2, looking for our first strike. And again, the winner takes on Pete Weber. Words that have been said many times by television announcers the last few decades.
Well, I'm still going to hold to the fact that the guys with the speed definitely have the option. You got JJ that can throw it hard. These guys can throw it hard. Rolando, he can throw it hard. Pete's going to be the question. He's the big question in the tournament.
And Dino called for it to turn. He gets the 2 broken out of there, but still has a single pin.
And for the right side in the tournament, there was a lot of right-handers that started out playing like right up 12-8 with urethane. So that helped stretch out the pattern. So you probably noticed the scores finally started going up and that urethane going down the lane actually helped out. They don't have a whole lot of urethane going down the lane right now.
No.
Other than Tom throwing urethane, because the other players aren't throwing urethane.
No, that's only. He's the only one.
And he obviously is known for that. And that's something that he is quite comfortable with in almost every condition.
And the lanes playing so different in different bowling centers. Like last week, a ball really good with a urethane ball. This week, it didn't do the same thing. You know, not even close. So it just.
Even though the pattern at Wayne Webb's, we bowled on the Monacelli there in the world for 18 games. It didn't play anything like it played here.
No.
And is that primarily a product of being in two different places?
Yes.
Yeah, two different places, using two different machines, you know. Topography a little bit different.
Yeah.
And something I didn't know about this center, this is actually 3 centers. This end was the original center. Then they added like 13 through 27 at some point in time. Then they added 1 through 12. So it's 3 different centers under this building. So those lanes, those sections have to play totally different as you go from one to another.
Makes sense. Well, Tom yet to strike. And is that a bucket there? Does he have an extra pin?
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does.
He does. All right, I thought so. But so early trouble for Tom. Dino was finally able to pound the pocket, and Tom his counts are decreasing.
Well, until this pattern gets what we call stretched out, the first game could be a little rough. You know, it's survival of the fittest right now.
Good way to put it.
In the round of 16, Tom defeated Steve Gagnon. Steve never got going, and Tom bowled very well. And then Dino Castillo defeated Sebelén. Carlton Chambers coming from 2 games to 1 down in order to do so. And then Tom defeated Dino, but in this format, if you're the highest losing seed, you get the number 5 position. And when John Janowitz made the finals in a very good match with Miki Koivuniemi and took the number 1 seed with Rolando Sebelén winning, Mark Clark, the number 2 seed, had already been knocked out by Chris Barnes in the round of 16. That opened the door for Dino to walk in and be in the number 5 position.
Well, you look at that top 16, and I keep saying it, guys that had speed and revs, for the most part, you're 14 out of your top 16 players can get some speed on the ball.
And no, he doesn't get the 6-pin out, but he was fortunate not to leave a 4-6. Yeah, we had definitely had some power. I mean, we had the Ron Hurt Tom Hess match was insane.
Right.
How great that was. Obviously, Pete, we know, but Barnes and Clark can chuck it. And Chris had some terrible breaks against Pete. Trying to.
Right.
The interesting thing about that, obviously, you know Chris's game very well from competing against him. He tried, I think, everything he could possibly do to strike consistently on that pair, 35-36, and could not.
I saw the match. Yes, amazing.
But then Mika, I mean, there's another guy that can get it down the lane with some speed on it. You know, Steve Gagnon doesn't use his thumb, and so there's a lot of revs there going down the lane. It's just, I mean, it played to a certain style, I think, this week. And if you had it, and again, we haven't gone to a tournament yet that somebody hasn't figured it out and won. And if you're one of the guys that can figure it out, you know, obviously you're going to be on the show. But otherwise, it's, I hate to say it, it's an expensive learning experience.
Yeah, it is. Dino look at the double. Does so.
I always like Dino's demeanor. You don't know if he's ever going to, if he struck or if he threw it in the gutter.
Oh, no.
or he
This
split
is what I know about Dino. See if you agree with me.
Yes.
He's never thrown a good shot in his life.
Well, he throws some shots that he actually, his body language is telling him bad shot, and it's a great shot.
Yep. Yeah. It is a running joke on this tour, although I did get him to confess one time, and it was picked up on microphone, that he actually liked the shot. This is about a month ago. So hopefully it's in the archives on BowlTV.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
2-8-10.
Yeah, the impossible dream, the 2-8-10.
So, Amaletto, what do you think he attributes to Dino's speed and his river? How does he create so much?
Well, first of all, he loves the ball down the lane.
Right.
So he wants to eliminate basically the part of the lane because of his high rate. So when he gets in trouble, he starts hitting up a little too early, and that's when the ball checks too quick. But I think it's an advantage, especially on this center, because the friction is so high that to loft it a little bit. And I think that's what Tom Daugherty did in the left lane. He tried to loft it a little bit to make a check, and he hooked. Because the other one, when he rolled it, he didn't hook.
So the max score advantage now goes to Tom by 8 pins, and he hasn't struck yet.
So he lofted a little bit. That was good.
Well, he's playing much tighter, but he's throwing urethane. He's trying to keep it on line.
Yeah.
He's trying to control the back part of the lane, which is the hardest part to control.
Well, it seemed like there was an unbelievable amount of solid 8s and 9s in this tournament, on this pattern the last 2 days.
Yes.
Just an incredible amount.
And 4 9s. There was a ton of 4
Oh,
9s.
my God.
I left 3 in one game.
Yeah. I left two.
And I don't throw that much ball. I left 3 in one game.
So I was telling people in my last game, in the qualifying for the first tournament, not the Monacelli, the other
Ballard,
one,
yeah.
I bowled my best of the worst games. I shot 158, I shot 2 7-10s, 2 4-9s, 1 solid 9, 1 switching 5, and I didn't strike once. Oh, no, once I did, for 158. And I needed just 230 to make the cut.
Dino with a slight edge.
Shot.
And he has his hands out like, what do I have to do to get 10 in the pit here?
Well, there was a lot of players that hit the pocket. They thought, okay, it's going to be good. And it was, I kind of want to call that a flat 10, not a ringing 10.
Right.
It was.
You could not get the ball to shape the right way.
It would seem that half pocket hits were working.
Better.
Yes, much better.
Absolutely.
And I hate to say it, Brooklyn's were pristine. With Brooklyn, it was like you struck every time.
They've drawn hurt a couple of times today, especially in that match against Tom Hess. He used a Brooklyn, not used, but had 2 Brooklyns on one of the lanes that.
I think Rolando did too. A couple of them.
So Daugherty 0 for 6 in strikes. Very bizarre. And he's very much in this game. Again, Pete Weber awaits the winner. Speaking of people who can make light pocket hits. Count. And, oh, man. He almost had another 2-8-10. Got rid of all of that and still has the 10-pin to shoot at.
Well, Dino can create so much speed. His feet are so fast.
Right.
And he's a strong guy anyway. And when he gets through it, I mean, that ball's, it looks effortless for him to throw it 18-plus mile an hour. And with a boatload on it, too.
Yeah.
It's not like he's throwing it straight. You know, when they say bowling is a leg game to create power, he definitely uses his legs.
Oh, yeah.
You might not have heard that. He just told the audience, I promise you guys, we have bowled 200 before.
I think Tom is going to manage the pocket better than Dino because of the sensitivity of the back end and throwing it so hard. So I'm guessing he's going to go high now, probably like a 4-pen or something, Dino. Just because he missed the pocket the last couple of times to the right.
See, this is the analysis we need from you, Tom.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, okay.
Oh, I was wrong.
Oh, you didn't go high.
He didn't.
See, that's why I didn't say that.
That's right, because you knew better. Then you should have jumped in and said, no, Amleto, I think it's going to be a strike. Makes my job that much easier when you guys do all the talking.
Nice shot. That was
See,
good.
he's standing up there like he hated it and he struck. So
Right.
Well, that's, one of the things I love to do, sometimes I won't watch a shot, I'll watch the bowler. And there's certain guys on here, they're so easy to read. He's not, because it's the same act every time.
Every time.
And then you look, oh, geez, Dino, there's no pins left. So, yeah. There you go.
He's on the board.
He actually really needed that strike, too. Stays within 4.
So Dino is just the opposite of John Rakowski. Rakowski can't read anything at all either, but he's just like nothing.
You don't know if he left the split or he struck. Yeah.
No, never. Never.
So Amuletto, is he going high?
I think he's going to flash this one.
Flush.
Right.
All right, first double for Tom Daugherty. As we're getting down to the end of our first match here at the Stepladder Finals on the PBA50 Monacelli Championship, part of the PBA50 third World Series of Bowling, which resumes tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with the Johnny Petraglia pattern, 46 feet.
I'm just curious why maybe Dino isn't throwing urethane to control the back end a little bit more. I know he visually likes to see the ball shape. He's so good at it, and it's what he does best.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
That's your half pocket hit right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his ball creates so much area, and he throws pins everywhere.
That was almost 18 miles an hour. He's going to take a re-rack.
Yeah, and there's not many guys out here that can throw at 18 their first shot.
No.
You throw at 18 anymore?
Last week, I think I did when I was trying to go very straight with the urethane, yeah. But probably close to 18, so for sure.
Don't even look at me about that.
No. I just happened to be looking over at you when he was talking.
It might be 1.8. It's not 18.
Dino doing a little quick math there, I think. Looked up at the scoreboard. It's actually easy for him to throw 4 more strikes, and Tom can't beat you.
Pretty sure that's what he was looking at.
I think so, because
He's got a 4-pin lead, and if he finishes it out, he goes on to the next match.
Yep. So Tom Daugherty cannot lock Dino out.
I think the lanes are getting a little better now. Pushing the oil a little more. Oof.
Ooh, I've seen a few of those today, too.
And Tom throws 14, and with those black hammers, the differential on a 14 is like 0.013, where a 15 is 015.
Right.
And a 16 is 030. It's double that.
Yep.
So he's given up. So that 14-pound ball isn't going to change direction as hard, even though he's got a lot of revs, as much as some of this other stuff. And that could be a little bit of a detriment to him.
The max score now very much in Dino's favor. 234 to 208. And getting worse for Tom all the time.
Yeah, this is getting – I think he's seeing he just doesn't have the shape.
Does he use 14 pounds for
Yes.
everything?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big, strong guy. You wouldn't think he'd be throwing 14.
Well, no thumb. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
He's over 50 now, so.
You got to be pretty flexible and strong in
Yeah.
your wrist.
Yeah.
195 for Tom, so Dino in a very good position to put this one away. And it looks like Tom is headed for a 5th place finish, and we'll get Pete Weber against Dino Castillo next.
Well, that urethane going down the lane by Tom Daugherty is definitely, I think, going to help Pete get his ball down the lane.
Absolutely.
Actually might give him a little bit of hold.
Yeah.
Well, Pete bowled pretty well against Chris Barnes in the round of 8 to defeat Chris. Pete was the number 6 overall seed. Or number 7, excuse me. And that wraps it up for sure. Dino Castillo is moving on.
He just slaps.
To take on Pete Weber. Yeah, the slap is a good word for.
He does. He just slaps him around.
Having a quick, that's Jeff Johnson, ball rep he's talking to. And he's going to go get another ball to play with.
Well, he's a little stronger, probably.
What do we got there, Tom?
That's a Theorem Solid. That's one of the new balls that just came out.
Theorem Solid?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Wait a minute.
I thought
Little might not have one.
He doesn't need it. That's for beginners like Dino.
That's quick.
Yeah, it's going to be way earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it's an asymmetrical ball, so it's going to want to read naturally a little bit quicker. And it's a solid, even though I think he put a little compound on it because it looks shiny, but you're going to have to hump it to get down the lane.
Well, he can do that.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
But does he want to go to that ball to start this next game?
I don't think he will, but, you know, I've missed my guess before.
And Leto, I know you got better things to do than hang
Thank
with
you,
us.
guys.
Thank
No,
you
my
very
pleasure.
much.
Anytime.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, we'll see you later.
You bet. And Leto Monacelli, Hall of Famer, joining us here.
A member of the USBC and PBA Hall of Fame, Pete Weber.
Mark Clark, 4th, 471. Tom Daugherty, 5th, 414. And we'll pick up the rest of this list after this match. Dino's going to start at Pete's behest.
Be a great top 5 right there if the show for the Worlds was tomorrow, but it's not.
It's not. We got 2 more patterns.
No, Dino is ranked 8th, by the way, in the overall picture. And Pete is 19th, actually in a massive, not a massive tie, but tie with Parker, Bone the third, 10 pins out of the top 18, with 2 tournaments to go. For the qualifying, that is. 3 tournaments to go for the entire World Series, and a better start for Dino than in Game 1.
Well, the next pattern is 46 feet, and that should pretty much play right into Pete's hand, I would think.
Tom, your thoughts, bigger advantage, Pete's roll through the front or Dino been able to loft the way the lanes are right now?
That is a trick question. I'm thinking Dino with the ability to loft it, and he's got more of the speed. He can splatter more pins around.
Yeah, he gets a lot more pin action.
Yeah,
and we saw he broke up 2-8-10 twice, I believe, in that last match.
But there's never going to be anybody more solid at the line with a picture perfect.
Well,
release
this isn't
that
a lack
guy.
of pin action there either, boys. So it's just different. It's certainly not as violent as what Dino can create. But you know, Craig, I brought up to Leto and to Tom about half pocket hits might be better here, at least on this pattern, and they actually agreed. And that one's
That's the problem right there. Without the speed, you think it's fairly clean off your hand, and it gets to 48 feet, and it goes, nope, I'm going left. And you can see it, and you're like, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to believe that part of it.
Whoa.
Yeah, had it all the way, didn't he?
Well, when it fell over, he was sure about it. I believe Dino is throwing a stealth mode.
we have Pete on the last show? Was that U.S. Open? It wasn't Sal. It wasn't Hammond.
Yeah, I wasn't at Hammond, so it had to be the U.S. Open.
Had to be. Did not have a good game.
I was down at the USBCs.
Yeah, Hammond was Barnes, Stacy, Janowitz, Weiss, and Murkowski.
Well, early results in the change for Dino seems to be working. Starts with a double.
You
Yeah,
see
it took
Dino's
it-
hand just go right on around that shot. Just like he was fanning it.
Rolando Sebelén is next, and then the number 1 seed, John Janowitz.
Oh.
Classic Dino.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Classic
There's so
Dino.
much power.
Yeah, that was it.
He hates the shot, but the ball's got so much on it. The head pin just bounces across
Yeah.
the deck and smacks the crap out of that 10 pin.
Well, these are two guys with some of the most unique tilt out there, right? I mean, Dino, as you said, gets around it. Most times when you roll around like that, the ball doesn't finish. But he does it to control it because he can hook it so much.
Effortlessly.
So Weber 2 for 2 on that lane.
From my angle here, that almost looked like it was going to be a little high.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yes, a little bit. But it held.
Strike, spare strike for Pete. 3-bagger for Dino. I'm not sure he liked any of them.
You like that one.
Yeah, that's like 17-8, and which is ideally is where you should be trying to get the ball to the break point at 8. But if you got a higher rev rate, you can get a little bit farther right, like Dino can. And I think Pete's using an AI, so he's using a symmetrical pearl.
With the little shine and scuff underneath it, I think.
And then Dino's using a symmetrical solid.
I think that's just ball speed. Dino's almost 2.5 miles an hour faster.
Yeah, he was around 17 on that last strike. No, we've gotten him up to about 18 in the first match with Tom Daugherty.
And Pete is throwing at 14.6. So, and we're talking about a big difference in power at the pins there. He just threw that 17.38. Dino's rev rate's got to be 475 or better, I would think. And he spanks on it. Oh, you liked that one.
Did he? Maybe.
I think he did.
Maybe.
Well, we'll check later.
Let's check the
I think
replay.
he did.
Oh, yes,
He actually-
maybe, yeah.
That's a ghost pin back there.
Yeah, you see that? I thought it was on the deck.
I hesitated for a second, but it was the strike. I think it was actually upside down. That's how strong he's hitting it right now. He's flipping pins on head over heels. Pete's got no choice but to respond with a double.
Ooh, that was a slow motion 710.
That
The
strike,
light mixer.
that strike came in pieces.
Yes, it did.
It was like part one. Watch it again. It's going to be like part one, then part two, then part 3.
He made a little move off that last one that went high.
2, 3. Hey, it's a strike.
We don't care how they go down, just as long as they go down.
Not all strikes are created equal.
Nope. That might be high.
He did not get out of that very well.
No. Did
That
get
wasn't
the
as smooth
7.
as he normally is.
Almost like it fell off his hand and he was trying to like bring it back. Oh, don't let go. Too late.
Pete taking very little time. And he quit throwing his spare ball. I asked him, I said, what happened to your spare ball? He always had that ice blue spare ball that he threw. And he goes, I decided that I'm better at killing it, and I don't have to worry about it as much. The ball doesn't skid so far across the lane. He said, I got a little more area with the. Like,
Okay.
okay.
You want the real answer? He doesn't have to carry that 2-ball bag anymore because he's a 3-ball roller. So
He could put it on the back of Renee. Renee can do
oh,
it.
there you go.
Oh, he definitely didn't like that.
Oh, and it got. I don't know if it got better or worse.
It got worse.
For count, it was good, but when that 6-pin fell, it was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But now it's worse.
There's a possible chance of picking it up. I mean, you can pick this up too, but with the other two standing up, it'd been a little bit easier.
Slide that 3 over there, but this one he's going to take a run at it, a really good run at it.
Oh!
Oh,
No.
Oh.
How is that possible? How does the messenger not hit that?
he threw that 23.5.
Is that all?
Watch the 7.
Just went right in front of it.
Unbelievable.
Earlier today, we saw John Janowitz make the 8-10 by sending the 10 off the wall, rolling into the 8.
There are benefits for throwing it hard at splits.
And I don't even think he even needed that. That was more near the end of a game he had already won.
Just rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Dino still maintains the lead in the match, though.
But it's a lot smaller lead. It's only 6 now. And wow!
That was the same hit as last one, except for it took out the 10 last time.
That's
Happened. That's what happened to the 7
unreal.
on
Hey,
the
that's
split.
just some of us dream about throwing pins
Yeah,
like
Tom,
that.
when's the last time you had a pin do this?
Let's not talk about that. It's been a long time ago, if I ever had one.
Well, Pete gets the lead and sit on the bench. Can take the lead here with a strike.
And that lead is only 4 in the max department. Pete seems quite used to that glove. Haven't heard anything about his finger.
No, and since you put the glove back on, I think things are much better.
He took the 3rd finger, cut that part out also on the glove. Ooh. No,
Same
sir.
thing.
No, that just... He's been flirting with high shots.
And that was 14.4. And I just don't think on this pattern you can give the ball time to hook because it just goes.
It will. Yeah, you give it time, it will.
Yes. Oh. I think Eric's got the back end so clean that it's massive friction on the other end.
So the lead goes right back to Dino Castillo.
Possible 235 for Pete if he can take it off the sheet.
Dino can finish with 255. And the inevitable adjustment, over-adjustment.
Well, yeah, he still crossed 17 there, but I think he was so soft with his hand, he just never read the lane. He came in high before, and he's got that trick release where he can float it down the lane, and that just kept floating.
Yeah. Well, he's been flirting with high, Craig, a few times, and that time he came in light.
I think that's kind of a normal thing.
Yeah.
Just what I mean, the deck. I mean, it didn't burn up, but did that just catch all the urethane carry down and just
Yeah,
skate as what it would look like? Just like you said, never picked up.
It never picked up. I mean, he was going to make sure it didn't come in high, and it didn't. Well, when there's so much friction down the lane, you know, in your mind as a quality player like Pete, he's like, well, I don't have to hit it. It's going to hook anyway. So you just want to get it off your hands smoothly in the right direction and let the lane take it. Well, like Greg just said, that urethane carry down might have been just enough that the ball never picked up.
30-pin advantage now for Dino.
Dino pacing 2 1/4. Pete's max is 225, so it's far from over.
Well, we got a possibility of
Go ahead, you say it. We've uttered that phrase a few times today.
Possibility and probability, a little different here, but the math is the math. It could happen. Strike here for Dino, though, and that's going to be really tough for Pete to do a whole heck of a lot.
Especially after the last 3 shots. First shots have not gone well or looked good.
Dino's just got to make sure he don't jump on it too hard. He didn't.
How can you tell?
Well, he has the ability to over jump on the darn thing and send it right through the middle.
Well, Pete strikes out. He forces Dino to get a mark, and that's all he can do.
So, ball didn't read on this lane last time. Don't try to make it read now. That could be high.
It was.
Get it.
Tappy, tap, tap. Nope, not going to happen.
Didn't tip it.
Not going to happen.
Almost a
Range
four.
on
Almost a
54.
4.9.
That looked very similar.
Yep.
Maybe even a little slower than some of his high shots. And that's been his likely downfall in this game.
Looks like Dino is going on.
Yeah, that's ball game.
So Castillo 2-0 gets a shot at
Now both of those guys might be crossing the same line. So
Rolando.
yeah.
Yep.
Next match could get a little hairy.
Sebelén from the Dominican Republic. Looking to get a banner.
When we opened, I said that Pete could be the one that could have a little bit of a trouble with the speed compared to the guys on the show. He just, even though he's got such great touch, there are times when a little bit of oomph helps.
Yeah, of course, the last one always strikes.
205 for the Hall of Famer, and he will finish in 4th place.
Dino's going to try a ball or two here again because he will not get any practice shots between games.
Well, it's a good thing that didn't come a couple frames earlier.
Yeah, he wouldn't have thrown that shot, though. You know that. That was a tester.
Make it. There you go.
That boy don't take any time at all, does he? He just gets up and fires.
That's the way you should do it.
Now, a lot of us are watching what's going on in practice before the Stepladder started, what JJ was doing in lanes. You'd be curious to see what he does in his couple of shots when he comes down here before this next match, because he'll get, what, 4 shots, John does?
Well, I don't think he likes either one of those.
But 231 is a winner to 205.
Heading to our next match. One more time for the one and only Mr. Pete Weber.
Well, these next 2 matches with Rolando and Dino and JJ and Rolando, whoever ends up going, that I think will be quite interesting because we got 3 guys that are going to play them pretty much similar. JJ would have been down at the parlor last night with that 27 scoop. You can get 27 scoops for $50.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think he could eat it all.
I'd be in a diabetic coma.
He did warm up with some pretzel nuggets a little while ago, so I think he's good for now. Now, I have not seen him stand left. He didn't stand left in the round of 8 that I remember.
Yes, he did.
Did
He actually did.
Yes,
Okay,
he did.
then I don't.
He
Then
was
must have
way
been
left.
angles of the camera then, because
Yeah.
I didn't notice it. But
Yeah, that last game he was way left.
okay, all right.
He's been the one that's been played probably the deepest of all the players today.
Yeah, and, JJ got really left after 8 games, but obviously we don't have that many games here. But Rolando, and just like what happened, that ball, he's got enough revs, that ball checked up really hard and went high. And if he doesn't get a ball in his hand that gets clean through that front part of the lane, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Well, I have to wonder about, being a little bit uptight in this situation. It's not something he's used to being on these shows. He's had cracks at it. Certainly in my time out here, this is the first time he's made a show. And, Dino now should be in a pretty good groove.
If they stop striking on the left lane, they can blame me.
They will.
I'm used to it.
They will.
A lot of loft on that one.
Wide right. And there, again, 210s, 2 guys, he's been flirting with that.
Well,
And
getting
got
it to the right too quick, there is a little bit of an out of bounds there, but you can get it right, but it's got to be farther down the lane, out of the pattern, not in the pattern.
And this is the first time they've bowled really on 53 and 54 for this pattern. So it hasn't gone through 4 restrips, re-oils. So this prayer is probably going to play a little bit tighter than what they've seen throughout the week.
This pair, just to remind everybody one more time, is only going to be used for Stepladder finals. So we won't see this pair again until Tuesday when we have the Petraglia finals, and so on and so on. So
I got to get Brian to put that camera out there on the approach so I can see sideways.
You're showing your age, Tom.
the winner gets John Janowitz for a crack at.
I don't know if that's a win.
Well, listen, John doesn't have a win yet this year. So
see what adjustment Dino makes. Much better shot. Like just said, Tom, you saw he got that ball a little farther down lane.
Before he got it to the friction.
Yes. And then once it got to the friction, it picked up nicely.
17.06, I believe.
He slowed it down a little bit.
Actually, he did.
Yeah.
He was pushing near 18 earlier in the match with Daugherty.
I think Dave threw that one. He threw 18 mile an hour.
Mine?
Yeah, it was off your hand and gone.
Oh, I mean, as soon as it hit the gutter, it went faster and faster. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. I had it planned that way.
I like how you milk the drama.
Drama effect, baby.
Love it.
Way inside. Oh, my.
Oh, no. And for many reasons, I say, oh, no. The one most obvious one. But this pin has bedeviled him today.
Well, when you got that much friction on the back end of the lane, the ball can change direction that hard, that fast. Once it starts going,
It ain't stopping.
It's not deflecting.
No.
They always talk about splitting the 8-9 or the ball hits the 5 and deflects into the 9. It doesn't happen a whole lot here.
No.
Well, he has had, in my eyes, has had this 3 times, or has missed it 3 times. I'm sure he's made 1 or 2. He's missed it 2 right and 1 left.
Right in the face.
Well, one of he shot it differently. He had been trying to loop it,
Yep.
and that time he took the loop right out of it.
Well, when you said missing 9 pins, I immediately thought of Dino.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he flagged 2 of them in one game.
Yep.
1 right, 1 left. And they weren't even close. And that's been, with the friction and the way you can get the ball to go sideways off this pattern, because there's a lot of volume up front and a lot of volume in the mid lane. As soon as it comes off, it just peels. And these pins fly. You keep the ball light in the pocket here, you're going to knock them down all day long.
We were talking about that half pocket hits.
Oh, I saw the 10 pin is not something we saw a lot of this week.
We saw a ton of 9s.
Yes, we did.
Oh, he lost his balance.
Oh, but there's that friction,
Look at
Tom.
Lose the balance more often.
Yeah, that was the Dino move. He's copying Dino.
That actually looked a little bit like Dino.
That's what I
That
said.
right foot comes down hard like that, like Dino. Well, Dino, what? Maybe it's a tribute to his opponent.
He's got to get that ball to the friction. Just like that.
Isn't that the best praise you can give somebody is emulate their style?
Exactly. Don't do mine, though. That was bad. You saw in that shot there, Tom, he didn't get the ball quite as wide, but he did get the ball to pick up nicely in the friction.
Yeah, he never got it.
Because right there, you see it's playing right through the oil, and right there he catches the friction.
So he's got enough hand. He can get it to 6, 7 down lane, maybe even 5. But if he gets it any farther right,
It's gone.
And it's bad juju.
Well, one thing we've had, this will be the 7th straight.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's a strike. Nope. 7th straight PBA 50 tournament this season, we will have a different winner. We've not had a repeat winner yet. There's no way we're going to have a repeat winner now. Tom Daugherty was the only one that could have pulled that off. When he got beat, that was the end of that. So somebody will grab their first title of 2025.
Uh-oh.
Tonight.
Oh.
The hard way.
Whew.
See, that's how you pick up a 3-6-10. You miss it so much that you make it.
What's that line? It's so ugly, it's cute.
Yes.
Oh, there's a joke behind that runs back years and years. I'll let it go, Tom.
That's awfully hard to believe.
I will.
I missed the show by missing a 3-6-10.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was, I think, in
2016 Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. Shot 300 there, though.
Oh, good.
Did I ever give you $100 for that?
I'll hold it for him.
Can I have it back? Way inside. That ball picked up nice.
Well, one thing for Rolando, throwing the ball he's throwing, he's that effect tour, he's got to keep the speed up. He can't get soft at all because there's no chance.
If he doesn't strike on the left lane, just blame me. Hey.
Well, one of the best things about Rolando's style, you watch that long arm swing, and that helps get the ball. I mean, he never reuses his elbow. You see some players that, as they follow through, they got a lot of elbow with their follow through. You don't see it with Rolando.
There's something, he hangs out with Jair Dartora and with Amleto, and all those guys are like athletes. They're in shape. It's unbelievable.
Thank you to Dave Smalls for hosting us. That was
they're definitely younger than they look. Or actually younger than their number.
Oh, got the 9 pin out.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't. He got a little help with that.
Yeah, well,
Your kickbacks here are on fire.
aren't they amazing?
I mean, pins bounce all over the place.
We like that.
Our bowlers like that.
I bet.
Yeah, because you had a 900 in this center.
We
right?
have. Yeah. Fourth one ever sanctioned in 2000, December 28th on 33 and 34. Dino's moved in a little bit, and 3-6.
I think he's got to move farther left and create a little bit steeper angle and kind of wearing out that spot.
Oh, he
Even
can
though
do
he's got
that.
the speed to probably force it through it, I don't think that would be the right thing to do.
Look at this.
Oh, jeez.
Too fast.
Too
even
fast.
for me.
And I've noticed that with his game quite a bit today, Tom, is he tends to rush. And I love Dino, but sometimes he needs to just take a breath.
Yeah, their controlled tempo is probably not part of a statement that and Dino are in the same sentence.
No. I mean, he was up 2-0 on Daugherty, and up in the 7th frame, he was up almost 30 pins.
And lost.
And lost.
And lost.
And lost in 5.
But still got on the show and got his revenge, beating Daugherty 219 to 195 in the first of the stepladder matches. Then he beat Pete Weber 231 to 205. But he's in a hole here.
Much better shot. Much better shot.
He took his time on that. It's smoother.
Mm-hmm.
And his feet are so fast. I think it's so easy for him just to get going too quick because his legs give him the power. And once he gets going, that arm just flies through.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
good shot.
And you see his strength, too. Not a big man, not tall or burly, but he is strong.
Oh, he's probably, what, 5'6",
Yeah.
5'7"?
Yeah, that's about right.
Weighs about as much as my left leg.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Anything we talk about, well, geez, he doesn't do this much in a stepladder. How's he going to handle it? We're finding out real fast.
What? In the chat, somebody said and I don't know if it was a PBA event, but they said he made a show at Suncoast.
That would, well, his rookie year, he had when he won the PBA50 Rookie of the Year, he had an 8th, 9th, and a 10th in majors. That gave him the points to win the Rookie of the Year title. So one of those was Suncoast, and it was not a top 5. So if the show was done differently, and I had no part in that, maybe that was what it was. But usually PBA 50s are pretty much
Runaway.
Brooklyn.
and
And normally that carries.
yeah, well, around here, yeah. So I that let's just say not on my watch, if that means anything.
Well, you're the guru of stats, so I figured you could find that out.
I did the best I can, and that was the best I could find. Other than, of course, his father was a champion bowler.
So for the people that don't know, there's a train track right behind this building.
Not
The
fun.
705 just came through.
I'm going to say the train just went by. Does that affect?
It's late.
Has that affected anything in the lanes here, Dave?
No,
I mean,
no, not that I'm
because
aware
you
of.
definitely could feel the vibration.
Oh, you can feel it. At least it was, well, it wasn't the Amtrak because it didn't blow the horn. So it's kind of quiet.
We're being joined at the voice you hear, of course, Dave Small, the proprietor here at Jack 60, and many other centers throughout the Midwest. We had Josh Solomon on last night. We left it at.
Why did you waste your time with him?
We have 637 centers under your empire, including 2 on the moon. So good luck with those.
Well, I'm trying.
I'm not going to bet against you.
Fact.
Take the under. See if Dino can get it back going. Ooh.
Solid.
The lead of the week. And even though this week is only 2 days, we tend to call tournaments weeks, no matter how long they last. This has been on this pattern. This has been the most common. At leave.
Oh,
Hey, got it. Can you hear him?
And did he look at it?
Yeah.
No.
No. But he's smiling because he finally picked up a 9-pin.
Sorry, I was rude to Josh Solomon earlier. I'm sure you had a great conversation with him.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good, man.
I promoted him within your organization, so it's.
You promoted him?
Yeah.
Did you give him a pay raise?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, God, please no. I'm broke.
He did say, though, we had at one point had decided you were going to expand to all 50 states, and somehow you wound up getting the Hawaii account.
Oh, he wants that. He would take that in a heartbeat.
So would you? He says you would.
I don't know if I want it, but he wants it. Dino's moved in. There's the hit that we talked about. Oh, we keep him thin here.
Half pocket. And and I say this a lot, and I know some people cringe when I say it, but if you know a half pocket hit is carrying, you don't try to jam it to the pocket.
Nope.
You know, people say, well, I got to move a little bit right so I can get high flush. And then you go high flush and leave a 10-pin.
Or a 9-pin.
Or a 9-pin.
Or a 4-pin.
Bill Schreck, I hope you're listening, because that would be you.
Rolando's max 258, Dino's 213. So Sebelén in absolute command right now as we go to the 8th.
Trouble.
Brooklyn
Run away,
again.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Let's see how many hands go up in the air.
He's getting close to the end, and I said this earlier. He tends to, when the pressure gets toward the end.
One.
One?
Oh, no, there's a few.
one.
There's a few.
The pressure comes in, and he starts to get a little slower. What can't you do on this pattern?
Can't pull it.
You can't get slow.
Nope. Can't get left, can't get slow. I proved that.
No, you can't get right that far.
I tried. My gutter looked dirty. I had to clean it. I want it to look good for the show.
See, that's the attention to detail that makes Dave Small successful. Right there.
He got it. There we go. Hey, Tom, I will say this much. That's why I host now. It's exactly what you saw out there.
I expected you to come out on the 50 tour.
You know, I'm that perfect entry that everybody likes because I add one cash spot to the field because they know I have no prayer. Yeah. I'm that extra cash spot.
Lead down to 33. But still, we are in the 9th.
This is going to be a telltale sign, Tom.
Right. These last 2 frames for Rolando are huge.
High last time.
Oh,
High
that's
again.
left again.
Brooklyn again.
Another 5-pin. Now, if it was me, but it's not, and I would probably, if you know your tendencies, either you're going to have to move left or for him, I would think change balls. Get out of that ball, something that's a little cleaner, that he knows he can get to the right side of the head pin.
Mm-hmm. I just agree with you because I don't understand the ball technology today. I just throw it and pray.
Well, you know, based on what Dino's doing, you almost figure, well, he could strike, but odds are he might spare again. Last thing Rolando wants to do is throw an open for
Right.
6.
And to throw it out to the right, we've seen it not come back a few times. Perfect shot at the spare.
He is nice and clean. He's made 5 single pins, 4 strikes for Rolando, and his lead is now down to 23.
Now Dino needs to step on it right now. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't.
213 is the best he can do.
Yeah, but still, he needs to step on it, put a little pressure on it, because right now we've seen 3 bad shots in a row.
Well, all Rolando needs is 9 out is 214.
Well, we know how difficult that can be at times.
That's true. All I need is 9.
Right. and
It's the worst thing you could ever tell yourself. All I need is.
and then you get 4.
Exactly.
What?
That was what we call an overthrow.
Yeah.
He just fired that down the lane. So Rolando is going on to bowl for his first title against John Janowitz, who's never won before.
Well, hasn't won this year on the PBA50 tour.
Yeah.
But he did win a regional recently, and he's 4 for 4 in regionals in his career. PBA, I think it's PBA50 regionals. So he won the doubles with Rudy Kazamakis.
That was in Arlington Heights, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was right after one of the tournaments. Was it right after Hammond, I think?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, right after Hammond. And
The
those
50-60 tournament.
Yeah, they beat Craig Auerbach and Mario Quintero in the finals. Mario had ball in hand, too, just couldn't close the deal. So JJ and Rudy got the win. So something else, I think John told Rudy that in PBA, I think it's PBA 50 regionals, he's 4 for 4 winning.
Oh, boy.
So
it is Rolando moving on. Tough finish for Dino, who looks tired.
It's a lot of games. I mean, they basically all went to 5 today. So I mean, 8 yesterday, and if you got 10 in today, now you got the show. I mean,
I hope he's on A squad tomorrow and coming in at 4 o'clock.
I think Jeff will go down and talk to Rolando about maybe change balls.
Tom, did I say that pretty direct? Change balls.
Yeah.
So it looks like the whole crowd is going down.
There's
a few Brunswick guys going down.
Who has ever represented that brand has now.
Well, I appreciate y'all letting me come in.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you. And again, congratulations,
Absolutely.
Dave.
Thank you
It's
again.
really incredible.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yep. Appreciate it. Y'all be good.
You too. And also, we want to send out a one more birthday shout out to Parker Bone III, who is celebrating number 62 today, I believe. And so the very best to Parker. Hope he's had a great day.
We got a couple of birthdays this week. Mark Clark's birthday is Wednesday.
We had Andy Reddick earlier.
My wife's birthday is Wednesday.
Well, that's more important than Mark. Sorry, Mark. Well, that's awesome.
I actually remembered, which is a bonus.
Craig remembered his wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
that's
his
coming
wedding.
soon. He just remembered it today.
And I think Brian Hoffman, he had it on the back of his collar, 7/16/93. That's his anniversary.
I had to ask him during the stepladder because I didn't know that. And, sometimes you put something like that, it memorializes something.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's even tragic. So I'm like, gosh, Brian, I got to, he said, it's my wedding anniversary. I went, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
That's some tragedy.
You know the date in Tom Carter's jersey, don't you? What that's for?
No, this is going to be bad.
All right, go ahead.
The last time we made a 3-6-10.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you missed me, you know.
No, he got roasted on a 3-6-10 by Dave, too. So
Oh, I get roasted by anybody.
You're
if it's a
second.
Congratulations, sir. Round of applause for Dino.
I think that's the only reason Jim Callahan broadcasts for BowlTV is to do that.
Yes, thank you.
If you start making him, Callahan's out of business.
We all have our reasons. So, JJ looking for his first title of the season. That's what it feels like. But again, he's fooled many
JJ
times.
obviously doesn't like the left lane at all.
No.
Well, when Couch won, I said I wanted to know why.
Yes, yeah, and I
Remember
should have
that?
asked him that.
And after it was all said and done, I said two things. One, congratulations. Second, what's up with the left lane? He goes, for the whole tournament, the right lane was tighter than the left on the show. the left lane was tighter, and he was having trouble getting the ball to come up the hill.
Well, here he is on the left lane, going right through the nose and starting out with trouble.
But the other thing is he was throwing a lot of all reactive on that left lane. They're different. Is Rolando? He wasn't, as you said, he wasn't watching. Did he realize what JJ did? That's his ball's going to hook way earlier on that left lane, right?
Oh boy!
Yeah.
And that's something that's unusual about JJ. He's had trouble, some spare issues, even though
All season.
that's not the easiest spare in the world either.
No.
It's like the 3-6-10 without the 6. So, but he's had some issues with spares.
Not as clean this year as he was last year when he won 5 tournaments. I think that's definitely held him back a few times. And by the way, say goodbye to that ball we saw earlier. He just took a whole passel right out of play. So.
Well, the thing about JJ, okay, starts with an open, but that mind's clicking, and you know something's going to happen.
Well, let's see what Rolando's up to here. It's been a while since he's been on this pair because John took a lot of time.
So Rolando has made a ball change.
As was commanded of him
Yes.
by many people in the building.
Yeah. He went to something, I think he's throwing a special effect that is shiny, something that is going to get through that spot at about 42 feet, 44 feet, and not check up quite as soon.
Look, this one goes a little high. And let's see what the one on the left lane does now, though. If this goes even high, hooks even more, he's could be in
So that's
trouble.
funny. We had this on the show with Couch.
Mm-hmm.
He thought the left lane was tighter, but on this pattern, it looks like the left lane's hooking more.
Well, I'm just thinking for as many shots as JJ threw in that left lane as well, burning up that spot. I mean, this ball could tip as soon as it touches the lane.
Crossing 25, throwing it out to
Wash out.
7. He missed that at the bottom.
And he that looked like an arrow left than what he did in the right lane as well.
Yeah.
It would just blasted right through everything.
Yeah, he literally just lost that off his hand. That could be a little bit of nerves.
Let's see what he's able to do. Not a fun one. It's certainly doable, but not fun.
Got a chance.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Beautifully
Got
done.
a chance.
Got just enough of the head pin to drive it into the wall, into the 10, and a possible nervous moment goes in his favor.
When it started to hook, it looked like it was going to miss that head pin totally.
And look what we have here, boys. A 2 bowling ball strategy. Unless he brings that over to the left lane. But this is what he used in practice. Not good. 2-8.
We've said it 1,000 times. I would just love to know what's going on up there. And like Dave Small said, then we don't use this pair in qualifying either. So I mean, the only time they see this pair is on the show.
Yeah, it's dark. Well, this is a no fun one either. He's had a 3-10, and now this.
Yeah, the 2-8, as much as lanes are hooking. This is very beautiful shot.
Yeah, I like not using the TV pair for qualifying.
Oh, I do too. I mean, and that's the way
You're
it
way
is.
there. Yeah.
That's the way it is usually at the national tournaments, on the Kids Tour, the TV pair. Well, is it? Yeah, because you need a day to build that set, so they block all that off. if the place is large enough. Which
But even with the
obviously
format, though, with just 8 games, you don't catch every pair. So
No.
maybe maybe you get the ball in this one and I don't. I mean, it doesn't make a massive difference, but a little bit. Yeah. Some similarities to see what's going on.
looking for his first strike of the match. Still is.
Well, that's what's tough about this tournament. Normally, we have 2 chances at the pattern. You're on A one day and B the next. This format, you're either on A or B, and it's fresh every time, but you only get 8 games, and some guys like it when they make a run the second day, and there's no second day to make a run.
Right, yeah, there's no adjustments.
And also starting tomorrow, we will have new pairings.
Yeah, they're redoing all the pairings.
Yep.
And we bowled with the same guys for the first 2 patterns, the Ballard and Monacelli. And now we'll have a new group of guys you get to bowl with. It's kind of different. We went A squad, then you were on B, but then you're on B again, then you go back to A.
Right. So tomorrow it's B that's here first.
Did the squad stay the same? You're just changing the players, or could you get moved from A to B squad?
No, the same players.
Same group.
Yep, same groups.
50, 60 guys. Just mix them up, guys.
Mix them up. No, sir.
Oh, a little high.
I'm not sure if it matters if we even look at the score till about the 7th or 8th frame. I mean, this is going to be a
Not right now.
Just-
It's not, Janowitz still looking to strike, and Rolando's just got the single here. This could be a spare shooting contest, and right now that actually favors Rolando.
Yeah, they just put up talking about flipping people around. They just put up the pairings for tomorrow. I've got Anthony Cruz, Andy Nyer,
lefty.
lefty, and I don't know what his first name is. Rice. His last name's Rice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's a righty, I believe.
Well, the good news is you guys got to keep up with Andy.
Yeah. In what fashion is that?
He's my kind of guy.
He goes fast.
Yeah, he does. So, don't slow him down.
What are you saying? No re-racks?
I mean, if it's important. Throw strikes. It's always faster.
That's the left lane.
Yeah. No, it doesn't surprise me at all, yeah.
He's going to have to get, kind of like he finished, I think, he's going to have to get steeper. He's got to find, we didn't have any lefties, so there's some oil there somewhere.
That's the lane he washed out on.
I know.
Yeah, the
But
first
he missed
one
it
was
off his
just a
hand.
bad
Yeah,
shot.
he threw it
You
back.
think that was just
Yeah.
poor execution?
Yes.
Okay.
He jumped farther left.
I just think
and just whiffed it.
he's got to get some of that left-handed oil.
But he
It's still out there.
We've seen Rolando a fair amount, but he doesn't have a ton of loft game, does he?
I haven't seen it if he does.
I think I've seen a little bit, but it's not. It's an as necessary thing for him.
Whoa.
Close, but
That's. I mean, it's great that you can throw the ball straight at spares, and it keeps you from having a spare ball, technically, plastic ball. But when the pattern's this dry on the back end, you better be dead up the back of it with some good speed, because if your hand happens to roll even a little bit, that ball sees friction and it's going left.
All right, I have to say this just mainly as a joke for you guys. We have the possibility of a tie. I had to say that.
You've been saving that one.
Well,
For a couple
I
frames.
didn't know if I was going to say it in the first frame, but that would be really dumb. But here we actually do. And John's first strike.
Where's he going?
Yeah, another ball. The one he put away, it's coming back.
Yeah, he just
He's
walked.
going back for that idle, I believe.
He is. He's going back to his bag,
Yeah, it's gonna
which
be
is about 3 lanes away,
Yep.
getting
Yeah,
that
It's
purple
the idle. Yeah.
Yeah.
pin up, something that should get down the lane a little longer. But the thing about pin up, I mean, it is a solid he's throwing, but when you get a pin up ball, it's designed to go left when it sees friction.
Well, his last shot with his ball in practice is a 3-pin right in the face.
Yeah.
So he knows it's not hooking near as much as the phase 2. So we'll see what this move is.
Well, the phase 2 is way shinier.
Right.
This thing's not near as shiny, so it should be slower.
No, sir. Through the nose.
It's not steep
Like he
enough.
almost kind of squared up on that, didn't
Yeah,
he? A little bit?
he's just, I don't think he's steep enough, but
Almost kind of squared up and just tried to jam it in there.
yeah. A little bit of a tape change.
Uh-huh.
In the spare ball.
Yeah, just not liking the feel. And that's a bad thing, too. When you, even you could have the right ball in your hand, but if you just can't get the right feel, you don't trust your release.
Is JJ an interchangeable guy?
He uses
He didn't into this one anyway.
he uses molds.
Okay.
Ooh, that could have been.
Also close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was concerned he might chop that. So let's see. He's waiting for that ball to come back, which tells me
More tape.
no.
You're out.
Well,
Yeah, spare ball. He's going to adjust
oh,
the tape.
just the spare ball. I thought for a second he was just going to yank the idle out of there.
No.
No,
But no, he's going
got
to play
that-
with the spare ball. Yeah.
Yeah, he's throwing an IQ 78, I think.
Yeah, that's his spare ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Urethane. Just
So
Your thing.
play with that thumb a little bit.
little surgery. Suddenly the max score shifts in favor of Rolando, but we'll see what he does here. Looking for his first strike since the first frame. Only 2 strikes in this championship match here.
It's got to be in Rolando's head. He thinking he's making me finish on that left lane. He's got to figure that thing out. He's got deeper. He circled the lane on that one.
Way
He
deep.
curved that one.
I just don't know if you could play that shot on the other lane, though.
That was definitely 25 out to 5, it looked like.
Championship match of the 2025 PBA50 Monacelli Championship, the Monacelli pattern, 40 feet. This is the second title of the PBA50 World Series of Bowling number 3 here on BowlTV.
He got deeper there.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he's playing the left lane, probably narrow more. Narrow far left.
Now, he's got to figure out how to get out the 10. Because if he figured out, well, I can get to the pocket here, how am I going to strike on this lane?
Well, Janowitz would like to know that answer too, because he hasn't. On it.
No worries. Oh, we have the possibility of a tie.
Again.
You're so happy.
I'm just kind of enjoying that possibility. It has to, of course, John's got a strike here to keep that thing going, and he struck on this lane last time, and he's definitely in a 2-ball strategy.
Yeah, I think he likes this lane.
Well, it's where he'll finish, but what will the score be then? No, washed
Doesn't like
out.
it that much.
That might be the worst shot we've seen him throw in a while.
He might agree with you.
That never had a chance. That was just out the window.
I think this is just going to be a tennis match back and forth till we get to the 10th.
I don't know. His lack of striking is a shock.
And he lost a bunch of count on that one as well, on the spare there. So.
Yep. So throw that tie out that same window.
It's down 14 if he makes this.
And not an easy spare either.
Wow. Covered every pin.
Yeah, that ball took every pin.
That's pretty wild.
Well, you're pretty much guaranteed to pick up the spare if the ball hits them all.
I think so. Not even as many of the goofy breaks have we seen in these tournaments here. That one you can promise. So it's 14 now for Rolando. Janowitz yet to strike on this lane. He's going to go back to that ball he just threw on it. See if he can figure it out. Nope.
He hasn't moved deep enough yet.
But
That's
if not now, when, as the old expression goes.
well.
Because more count.
He's only got one more shot on that lane, so I would think that throwing this out there that he's either going to make a ball change or move left on that lane. He doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah, I can see him making a ball change. The next shot on that lane. Go back to phase 2. Take one of those Mother May I steps left and
just give
it all you got.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Well, this is getting to be a bizarre match here. I think we thought that John would be able to strike a lot more.
Yeah, not the match I thought was going to happen. We actually thought the scores might get better, but I think they're coming down.
They are a little bit. And Rolando in a 27-pin lead now going into the 7th for his
Yeah, we
first
could see
title.
a guy with his first title.
And just that one errant shot in the second frame for Rolando. He's been in. He's got control of the pocket, and the last couple shots we saw him throw really open it up. See if it benefits him.
Yeah, he's standing right next to the ball return, so he's standing on roughly 40 right now. Oh, that was inside of fifth arrow.
Oh,
he got a break there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the last shot on that lane, he hit fifth arrow. That was more like 27. He never got the ball going right.
Yeah, it insta hook. We should remember that he has a ton of international experience. He's won in multiple countries all over the globe, just not on this tour here in the States. So it's not like he's just, a guy from down the road showing up for the first time.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I think our audience is very familiar with him.
Former Rookie of the Year on this tour.
2018.
Well, I'm sure they had TV in the countries that he won, so it's not. He's probably been on TV before, I would think. Oh, he bounced out. He'd have got 7-10 if it was there. Or at least a 4-10.
The lead, 16.
But look at the last, look at the count that JJ lost those last two shots on that 6 and the 7. That's big.
He's lost 6 pins total in count.
He's had one 9 count in the entire 9 spare. Everything else has
actually,
been multiple pins.
Counting the 6 frame, he's lost 7 pins in count.
Yeah.
That'd make it a 9-pin match, so we're talking about a mark.
Yeah. It's important. Count matters.
Has John run out of time? That's the question.
So this is a lane that hooks. We just saw him go a runaway brook.
You got it.
Be careful not to overthrow it and shove it past everything again. Ball change.
Oh, left.
That was a ball
left.
change.
4-9.
Left, 4-9.
4-9. Things are getting tighter.
Yeah, that
And, you got to look ahead just for a second. We thought that Janowitz was in love with the right lane, and he washed out on it last time.
And Rolando is a good spare shooter, and he's obviously going to throw it straight and hard at this. But I don't think you want to give JJ that opening. If JJ actually finds it, it could be bad.
Now, this is harder, though, not throwing plastic or urethane at it, correct? Because he's throwing reactive at this 4-9.
Yes, he is.
You try to hook it?
No.
No? Just go blast it?
Dead straight. And he got
Off
it.
the wall. Yes,
Look at that.
sir.
And he got it.
4-pin advantage.
Big
max
time.
score.
Big time. Big time.
That was huge. Little fist bump
Margin
right
for
there.
error, non-existent on that spare conversion. That was impressive.
Well, boys,
Hey,
we know
It's
where
like
he's going.
There was no doubt he was changing balls. No doubt. And look at this. You don't see this from JJ too often. Look at when he turns around. He watches the ball go through the pins all the time. Nope, threw in the right
Nope.
spot. I'm good.
He's making another ball change.
Well, he's got to have something different on that left lane. The idle didn't work. He's been ripping through the face on that lane every time.
Looks like he's making a tape change, too.
Yeah, he threw this one shot in his practice. I don't remember what it was, but he did throw this one time, and it hooked.
Well, this, if I'm right, wait a minute. Yeah,
Is that tour power maybe?
no, that
Is well,
Wait,
no,
wait,
it's not
wait.
going to do
It's
it.
not gonna do it.
Not going to do it.
that's the ball he shot 300 with.
That was his best shot on that lane as far as how it looked and how it reacted, but he still can't get 10 back on that lane. He'll finish on a lane that's been friendlier, but what will Sebelén do? Sebelén can beat him before he gets up again.
Right.
That's frustrating because I think he looks like he made the right decision on
Yeah.
equipment, and he just didn't get the.
Yeah, 191's the best he can do now. Max score for Rolando is 215. So Rolando's just got to not do something goofy, like squeeze the crap out of it.
We get back to where count's important because 9 spare 9 spare 9 is 192, and that's enough to shut out JJ.
Messengers?
He went back to the effect tour. He switched balls again.
Oh, did he on the right lane?
Yes.
Max is now 203. He can still take care of business in the 10th frame. Perfect.
Great spare.
It's going to need a strike somewhere to lock this one up. 9 spare 9, JJ can get the tie.
I think the ball that JJ's throwing, he switched to on that left lane, was an absolute power.
There you go. Absolute power. I said tour power. Absolute power.
Brooklyn,
Oh,
he
my.
missed the head
He
pin.
missed the head pin.
He has not struck on this lane, and
Whoa.
JJ can win now.
Huh?
JJ can win it now. Max 190 for Rolando.
Why would he go back to that solid?
this, by the way, hold on here, boys. He's got an extra pin back there, and he shot his spares beautifully in these 2 games, but
Yeah,
this is a bear here.
Good point. That 9 pin's lurking back there.
Yep.
yeah, and you hook it too much on this, you're going to miss that.
This is going to come down to the 10th by attrition.
You get it?
Nice.
Oh.
Boy, he's pulled 2 out of thin air right there. The 4-9 and then this one.
Watch him pull our rabbit out
So
of his hat.
count is absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
But just go back.
now
to
go back to JJ's count.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, you see now the max for Rolando is 190.
Well,
And
Ja-
every pin less than that makes it slightly easier for Janowitz. But if John doesn't get the first strike, we're done.
Yeah, he's going to have to double regardless. It's the last shot that's he's going to have, all 3 he wins no matter what.
Yeah. Earlier today, I said Janowitz is the best 10th frame finisher on this tour, in my opinion anyway. And he's going to get that chance. He's going to have to do something he hasn't done the whole game. That looks 186.
Oh, if JJ had those 7 pins back right now,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
But
He wouldn't even need to strike if he had that count.
No.
he's got to get one here.
So people out there, how important is count?
Boy, this match has gone strange. Can he steal? Can he steal this?
It's possible.
Says Elaney likes. He struck twice.
There's one. Oh, wizard. Did you
JJ
predict
the
this?
Magician, I think, is what we got.
Well, we'll see. Can he do it one more time? Because if he does, all he'll need is 6.
He needs them all. He's walking it out.
Needs 6. Oh, you let him in, man. And he will take your chocolate cake.
He didn't waste any time.
Now, how does he throw this one, Tom?
He just picked up his urethane
Plastic,
ball.
yeah, right down the middle.
He's
Oh,
going
he's
to
just
throw it
gonna
right down the
hammer it?
middle.
Yeah.
He's going to hammer it right down the middle.
This is the head pin. Yeah.
He needs 6.
He needs 6 pins.
John Janowitz has picked up his 8th PBA50 Tour title in a most unusual match against Rolando Sebelén.
Unbelievable.
JJ, the #1 seed, is on top.